Hi guys, Mayflum here, and I am so excited because what you are looking at here are my brand new 28 Lilac Lane Shakertons. Okay, now the shake is real, you can hear it. These are a lot of fun. I'm really excited about these because what we did, we took sequins. We had sequins available in tins and just the sequins, but what I did this time here, and I'm going to show you this one. This is the Rainbow Unicorn. So instead of just one type of thing in here, we have got, there are sequins, of course. So different colors of sequins, but there's also different size. There's like teeny, tiny little clear ones in this particular mix, little tiny green and little aqua ones. And then there's pink and yellow and white beads with little sparkle to them. And then white buttons. So each one has a mix of littler sequins and then a little bit bigger sequin and then some buttons and of course a couple different beads. And it's so much fun. I'm so excited about these because it's a lot more bead and sequin. And I know when you're looking at this, it looks like a lot of buttons, but it's just because the buttons are the biggest. And when you give these a shake, all the buttons rise to the top and everybody else drops to the bottom, which is a good thing to know. That's a good thing to know because if that's what you want, if you want the buttons, give it a shake, they'll rise up. If you want everybody else, then shake it the other way. And then watch, we're gonna go real quick. Ha! So if you want all the beads at the top, shake it upside down. You see that? Look at that. Isn't that so much fun? That's the Sunflower Sky one. I love them all. I'm so excited, and I am going to be creating, obviously, with these. You can use these in any way you want. Same as all of the other embellishments. You can use them for whatever project you've got your eye on. It's just a little bit of a different mix. And what I am going to show you right now is making an ornament. So I have here a clear ornament that I got at the craft store. And these come in all different shapes and sizes. You could use any shape you want. I just popped out the top here and I'm just sprinkling in, this is going to be so much fun, the beads and the sequins. You could also add, of course, you could add buttons in. You could do a number of things. Now, some of these buttons might be a little bit big for this particular ornament. Just use the littler ones or skip the buttons if you want. You can just focus on the other stuff. You could also, if you had a little funnel, you could do that. If you don't, you could do like me and make your own little funnel system. Check that out. It all goes right in. And you can, like I said before, you could put as much or as little of this as you wanted. I don't think it takes a whole lot. I like a couple little buttons and just for the variety, for the size and for the textures and colors. I love pink and gold and green at the holidays. Not, you know, I decorate pretty traditionally, but I do really enjoy having some funky stuff or some different stuff. And this particular ornament I have in mind as a gift for someone who loves pink and gold at Christmas time. So I'm making this with her in mind. If you have any extras, you know, you can, that got loose, any rogue sequin, not that there's ever a rogue sequin in my studio, but if you had some rogue sequins or beads, you just pluck them up with your finger really easy. And guys, this would be a great one if you have kids you want to craft with. This would be a great one for them to just set them loose with some sequins and beads and things. Let them pick their favorite mix maybe and play. Once you're happy with however much you want to have in there, I may add a little bit more off camera, but once you're happy with it, you're just going to put that on the top and be done. But are we really done? You know, I think for something like this, it's a lot of fun to add a little tag or a little bit of flair to the outside as well. So I'm going to heat up my hot glue gun and also pull out some stamped images. I've got some mulberry flowers that I found that I think will be perfect for this. And I have this little die cut tag. I used my scan and cut to make that. A while ago, actually. I like to make a lot of tags at one time. Oops. Oh, and look at that. I stamped off the side. That's okay. There's another one. This stamp is not quite centered the way it shows on the stamp. It's off by a little bit, which is not a big deal. All right, so I have my ornament here. I have a little bit of lace. I think it'll be really pretty to tie this around like so. And then I picked this flower. I thought this would be really, really pretty. So I'm going to go ahead and set that around, and I am going to go ahead and leave the green stem because I can just kind of tuck it under the lace there. And then right here, I'm going to tuck in We Wish You a Merry Christmas. Now, I did all of this first, and I'm going to take my hot glue and put the dollop of hot glue right in there. And I am being pretty generous here, but we got to work quick. So we got to slide the tag in. That's very important. And then dig through our treasures here and find a button. Maybe, now be very careful if you put beads or sequins or little things. I do not want you burning your fingers. But I'm bringing the theme into here and just tucking a few little bits and pieces. You'll notice I'm just kind of sprinkling in and letting them go on their merry way. I'm not trying to shove things in there, although I have this little pick, so I could use that a little bit. You just want to be very, very careful, guys. When you get into the hot glue, do not burn yourself, please. I would hate for you to burn yourself. But now I can just go back through here and look and see if there's a couple little rosy buttons I want to add on. That initial shove the buttons, though, that one goes the quickest because I put the biggest glop, for lack of a better term, of hot glue on there, and then I'm working from there. Now, I like to use hot glue on this project. I like to use hot glue because for me, it works the best. And then look, here on the back, I can kind of repeat. And I don't have to wait for things to dry. The problem with my normal adhesive for a project like this is the waiting for things to dry, it takes too long. And normally I don't mind the waiting, but on something like this, I would have to sit here and hold it all together. As it is, my hot glue I'm having to hold together just a little bit. So once you're happy with your little cluster here, I'm feeling like I want a little bit more right in here. This is going to become a gift topper for my aunt. I think she's going to absolutely love it. It's just so pretty. And like I said, be careful if you're going to poke little sequins and things in there. Now, if I wanted to add more little sequins and things at this point, what I would do once the hot glue has cooled and I'm able to pick off any excess, what I would do is I would get out regular liquid adhesive once everything's all set. And just use a small amount. You don't need very much at all. But if I wanted to add more at this point, I would do that instead of using more hot glue. And the reason is the hot glue, while wonderful and pretty near instant, at least as close to instant as I have ever got, the hot glue is wonderful, but the hot glue also shows. Even when dry and even though it's clear, it still shows a little bit. So if you can have something like the PPA adhesive that I use and love for any little finishing touches, I think it's a much better choice. Now I am going to let this dry, and I am going to add, just now that we've got everything all set, I am going to add a few little dollops of adhesive, and I'm just going to scoop up a few little beads and things and set them in here just to add those little touches. Plus, I just think it adds so much to this beautiful shaker ornament. And I really hope that you have enjoyed this tutorial and this first look at the new product here at 28 Lilac Lane, the new way to get your embellishment mix fix, the little shaker tins. I will see you next time, and as always, if you have any questions, feel free, or requests, feel free to leave me a comment over on YouTube.